You guys remember Jill Biden on The View before the debate and how they were talking about the rules and how the mics were going to be cut and how everything was going to work. And Jill was all Miss High and Mighty about how her husband wouldn't be the problem, right? And so now someone's modified that appearance.
In where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble.
Get rid of the ability of Medicare
Or scream at somebody.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
Not that my husband would be the one doing that. You need to see Trump and you need to see the president and you need to see the differences.
Yeah, we noticed.
My husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if
he is, and the experience he has.
We finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
And you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together, and everything is beautiful, and it's wonderful. Tremendous.
Joe, our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate. This shouldn't be a debate.
So I think the American people deserve to see the two men who are running for this office.
We do. The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Your choice is going to be clear.
She's not wrong.
It's the greatest. That was fantastic.
Love that. Love it, love it,
love really it. Fantastic.
If you are a person who is on the struggle bus financially, you've heard us talk about Pivotal Debt Solutions. They are now Zero Debt USA. And if you're getting a lot of collections notices or late notices from your credit cards, or if you're relying on your credit cards to just get you through to the next month, help is here. There is hope for you, and it is through the company Zero Debt USA. Their website is zapmydebt.com, and they have certified debt specialists who can help you eliminate interest. They can help you find programs to write off your balances. They can make the threatening phone calls and letters go away. They can do all of this without making you take out loans or making you file for bankruptcy. So they have a lot of solutions, and they can help you. Please help yourself by getting in touch with them at zapmydebt.com. There's a "How did you hear about us" button and a drop down. If you just choose Chicks on the Right, we would very much appreciate that. Visit zapmydebt.com. There was that moment where after the debate, Jill Biden introduced him at whatever post-debate watch party there was, and she screamed, and everybody froze her mouth wide open in that moment of time where she looked insane. And you had said to me, like in the other day,
right?
Yeah, like just the other day, you were like, God, it's like the Howard Dean moment.
Totally.
And you manifested this.
Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
I was so glad that somebody made that. It was the great.
We gotta watch it again.
We have to watch it again. Do it again.
It was so perfect.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Convicted is in far better shape than it was.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
That is my favorite. It's my favorite.
Oh my God, I love that.
God, it's fantastic.
Now here, because we know that there's still chitter chatter. Is Biden going to be replaced? Is he going to bow out? What's going to happen? There's an interesting part of the logistics of that I did not know, that Greg Jarrett, who's the legal guy on Fox, said in this clip. And I wanted to share it just because this was news to me.
To your question, though, there are two major problems with a replacement candidate. In early voting states, there are early ballot deadlines that a replacement would miss. That is a huge problem. They'd have to go to court to get that changed. But the other problem is a monetary one. Joe Biden is sitting on a $200 million war chest of donations, but under federal campaign finance laws, he is not allowed to transfer that to a replacement candidate. So you'd be starting from zero, whoever it is. And I guarantee you, if he drops out, there is going to be chaos and mayhem on the floor of the Democratic National Convention in August in Chicago. It's going to make the mayhem out on the streets look tame.
That's really interesting.
Right?
Yeah. And you and I talked about that earlier this morning. And I was like, okay, what happens to that money then?
I don't know.
Where does it
understand it?
Yeah, where does it go? Does it go to the DNC? Does he? I mean, like, where does it magically go? So then, like, a new person, listen, and I know that donors are rich as balls, like they got lots and lots of money, so they would probably be funneling money into the new candidate. There'd be a lot, but it probably wouldn't be as much as what he already has.
There's no way.
Like, what? How does that work?
I don't know.
This is very interesting. There's a lot of logistics. I mean, people think that, okay, a new candidate, just snap your fingers or be a new candidate. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's not. It's not that easy. There are a lot of logistical nightmares involved with this, which is why they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And, you know, I'm also here for the craziness. I'm here. I'm here for them to have a hard time with this because they chose their person. They did this to themselves. They had choices. They were terrible choices, but they had a choice and they chose the old dementia-ridden white dude.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then did you see too that in a recent poll from New Hampshire, Trump is polling 2 points ahead of Biden, which is unheard of. Like Republicans have not led in that state in like centuries, basically. So that's hugely weird and interesting. And then at the same time, there were rumors floating around day before yesterday that Gretchen Whitmer was sounding the alarm saying Biden cannot win Michigan, like that it's unwinnable for him. And so she put out like some, you know, self-promoting video yesterday and then retweeted it and said this. Anyone who claims I would say we can't win Michigan is full of shit. Let's go.
Look at her. She used the word shit.
Look at her.
Yeah. She's like, I don't just make casseroles.
I use bad words.
I use bad words. I'm tough as nails. I'm tough as nails.
Oh my God.
I think she is salivating over the chance to run for president. Just frothing at the mouth. She wants so badly to be in the White House, that broad.
And in 2028, I really want to see her and Gavin fight. Like, I want to see it.
Me too. I want to see. I'm so down for that too. Yeah. And I want one of them to run against DeSantis.
Yes.
And I'd love for it to be her, because I would love to see DeSantis just kick the living crap out of her.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Glorious.
God, that would be so glorious.
It would be glorious for sure.
Yes, it would.